What is up, my nobodies? Back by very popular demand, this is what your favorite subgenre says about you. Let me just say, we're starting to get into the very niche territories, so let's just jump right into things. First up, we have the shoegaze fan, and you just wish you could get lost. Lost from the world you're in, the reality that you're forced to live, and lost that you can't go back in time? Why does every single shoegaze fan just want to go back in time? You find yourself often lying on your bed with your headphones in, just staring up at the ceiling. Your perfect evening is sitting on a porch swing and watching the sun slowly go down, which you swear is a metaphor to how joy in life just slowly slips away with time. And if your favorite artist doesn't have so much reverb on it that you can't understand a word that they're saying, then they're not shoegaze and you shun them entirely. Ambient fans, and let me say, you are very scatterbrained, and just to compensate, you listen to the most nonsensical, non-rhythmic genre just to help you gather all those swirling thoughts going on around your head. You hate structure, and you actually consider yourself a very out-of-the-box thinker. Your friends, on the other hand, think you're a train wreck waiting to happen, but they don't want to tell you because they think it will crush you. You have a journal that you used to write a ton in at least some point in your life. You oddly like thunderstorms for some reason, and you are 100% without certainty an insomniac. Visual K fans, and I had no idea what Visual K was until I got so many requests for it. And let me say, the jokes write themselves. You saw the 80s era in anime and thought this would be the perfect mix. It's like you thought K-pop fans weren't hardcore enough, so you decided to overly overcompensate. When your friends ask you what your favorite genre is, you wince, because Visual K isn't a genre, it's a movement. And once you inevitably start filling in your friends about Visual K, because it's not only music, but also the fashion style and the passionate fans behind it, you'll slowly start to see your friends distance yourself, and you truly wonder why. Spoken word fan, and there's an 80% chance that you wear a beanie in your just everyday wardrobe, and you consider yourself a very deep thinker.
My grandmother recently passed away, but it's okay. She would tell beautiful stories in the cookie dough houses that she used to make with her strong knuckles that she would carry around her with an iron fist. God bless my granddad. He was a patient man.
If you could describe yourself, you would say a cautionary but bold truth seeker with the side hustle of listening to the silence on the unreachable goal of reaching unfathomable freedom. Shut up! Just shut up! No one understands these metaphors. You personally think that you resonate with these songs, even though they're more of a yap session with flow. And let's be real, the person who's saying the spoken word doesn't even fully, truly comprehend what they're saying. It's up to interpretation. You just listen because they have a confident demeanor that you wish that you had, and that makes you an avid fan. Rage fans, and rage fans think that they have the rage inside of them, even though that they are some of the most heartbroken fans in this genre space. While yes, you do have to give it to rage fans that they go crazy at rage concerts, but 90% of rage fans in their everyday lives are pretty tame. It's like eating a Tide Pod. It's a wild ride at first, but on the inside, you just have a really sick person. Without auto-tune, this genre would be almost non-existent. Kind of like half their fan base would be if it didn't primarily exist of guys who had their girlfriends cheat on them recently. But that's a different story. Oh my gosh. Dreamcore fans, and I don't think that there is any genre fan base that tries to escape reality more than a Dreamcore fan. There's something off-putting about you, and you know it, and you kind of embrace it and like it. There's a good chance that you actually like the feeling of being on edge, and you probably know 3 indie horror games that you're an avid fan of. And you might have just recently saw Markiplier's Breakcore fans, your ADHD has reached peak levels, and honestly, you're one with it. It's like you unlocked your third eye. Every time you walk past an active construction site, you think, with some auto-tune, this could be the next big hit. They're not even listening to me. One sec. Now that I have your attention, how do you live with yourself? Indie fans, I'm talking about indie pop, punk, rock, and anything in between. I'm gonna say something that absolutely shocks you. In 5 years' time, every single artist, except maybe some of the biggest artists in the world, will all be indie. I truly hate to say this, but indie isn't really even a sound or a genre anymore. It's more of a strategy decision. And you might disagree and say indie is a genre. It's the artists that go against the popular mainstream sound. Well, please tell me, if we go from a sound-to-sound basis in the comments, what is the difference between indie pop, indie rock, and so on? Taylor Swift considers herself indie. She is not indie. Here's my personal hot take. Back in the day, indie was a genre because every single popular artist was signed to a label, but that has completely changed, and indie now is more of a brand decision. And if you want me to back up this hot take, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll make a full long video of how I got to this conclusion, but I'm truly sorry to say, indie fans, I think your genre might be a dying breed. R&B fans, let me just ask, why does every R&B fan have a scarf in their wardrobe? On the outside, people consider you a very outgoing person, but on the inside you're thinking, please stop talking to me, I want to go home and watch a movie under a blanket, but you'll never tell them that to their faces because you have a social status to upkeep. You wear a lot of muted colors, and there's a good chance that you said something sarcastic to someone that you think took it a little too personally, and you might just kill your ex, but you're not sure if it's the best idea. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. It actually means the world to me. And for those who I missed your genre and who are going to say it in the comments, don't worry, I'll slowly get to them. There's so many genres that I didn't even know existed that I actually now have to put serious time and research into. So please know, I just want to make sure that I'm getting your genre and your overall fan base right and representing well. So if you want to see more of this type of content, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow. It helps the algorithm. It helps me out so significantly. And yeah, I think that's it. So have a good day and try not to get hit by a car. See ya.